By grace we are saved through faith, not of works, for we are created to do good works. Are we ignorantly celebrating idolatry? What did the Romans do to succeed with the Christians where the Greeks failed with the Jews? Tertullian's apology for the Christians shares that the pagans were accusing Christians of sexual immorality, drinking blood, and murdering babies during their feast. In rebuke, he notes, "Infants have been sacrificed to Saturn publicly. Since Saturn could find in his heart to eat up his own children, you may be sure he would continue his stomach for those of other people who are obliged to bring their own babes and sacrifice them with their own hands. And the heathens are guilty of acting the same abominations they charge upon Christians, and their own guiltiness, perhaps, is the very thing which disposes them to believe the like of others."
The celebration of Easter. The celebration of this pagan festival was a sex fest and an orgy of drunkenness and evil and wickedness. What was the intention? The intention was fertility. The intention was get a woman pregnant so you could have a child, which was the type of Tammuz. And then on the other solemn feast of the paganness, Christmas, 9 months later, you go sacrifice that child to Moloch.
During the season of celebrating Ishtar, pagans would have sex fests and conceive children during these sex fests, and 9 months later they would offer these children up who were conceived during the spring sex fest as sacrifices during the feast to celebrate Saturnalia. 9 months after the celebration of their Ishtar sex fest would have been during the winter.
So what is this saying? It's saying that Christmas is from pagan roots. Christmas was around December 25th because that was what the pagans called their time of Saturnalia, the worship of Tammuz. Nimrod was also called Saturn. So the festival of Saturnalia was a festival in December 25th, in which the pagans celebrated the birth of the sun god, Tammuz.
Don't take their word for it, or our word. With the season upon us, may you decide this is interesting enough to pursue research on your own. Wouldn't you want to be sure that you're not inadvertently, though innocently, agreeing with the pagan celebration of conceiving, birthing, and murdering children? The Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, is mentioned in John 10:22. While some of the ways of celebrating it may have become negatively influenced by other cultures over the years, the meanings of dedication to the Lord and education of the Lord hold a special purity. Did not Yeshua, Jesus, come in part as our example to show us the way to dedicate ourselves to the Lord? That's where the beauty of the purity of the meaning of Hanukkah comes in, and the beauty of the purity of the feast that Yahweh initiated to honor Him and to celebrate His works on the earth. May we open our eyes to see the light and accept the truth and honor the one true living Yahweh. Look for yourselves. Set aside church doctrines and teachings which may be based on faulty translations or biases of men. Think for yourselves. We are still learning, and we welcome biblically based suggestions for corrections, historical records,